You feel it, don't you? This quiet, persistent, underlying sense that you are wrong, that there is a fundamental flaw, a piece of code missing, a crack in the very foundation of your being. You have spent so long trying to fix this, trying to mend what you believe is broken, this feeling of inadequacy, this sense of being imperfect, insecure, and always in need of repair before you can be presented to the world. You look at others, and they seem so complete. They seem to fit into their own skins. They walk with a certainty that you have always had to pretend to have. You have tried to be like them. You have read the books, you have followed the advice, you have polished the exterior, you have achieved things, you have won applause, and you have ticked the boxes. And for a moment, the noise of the world's approval might drown out that deep, humming vibration of wrongness. But then in the silence, when the performance is over, it returns. That feeling. I am not enough. I am not right. I am broken. You have tried to explain it, perhaps, to those closest to us, and they do not understand. They list your accomplishments. They tell you to be positive. They tell you all the ways you are good, and this only makes it worse, because their validation cannot touch the core of the problem. Their comfort feels like a language you no longer speak. It confirms your isolation. It proves that what is broken in you is so deep, they cannot even see it. And so you look out at the world that seems to be functioning, and you wonder, why is it so easy for them? Look at them. Listen to them. They are so wonderfully, profoundly busy. They are busy with the scripts they have been handed. They are busy performing the grand play of society. Their days are filled with noise, the noise of complaint, the noise of gossip, the noise of declaring what is right and what is wrong, who is in and who is out. They chase approval, they chase the next distraction, they chase the symbols of a life well lived, but they never stop to question the life itself. They argue with certainty about things they have never investigated. They hold opinions that are not their own, defending them with a passion that is borrowed. This is the sleeping world. It is a world of surfaces, a world where everyone is performing for everyone else. They are desperate for connection, but terrified of intimacy. They are desperate for meaning, but they fill their lives with the meaningless. They perform their happiness. They curate their joy. They broadcast their virtues. And in private, they are hollow. They are exhausted. They are running from the very same feeling you are facing. The only difference is they have found a way to never be silent enough to hear it. Their wholeness is a carefully constructed illusion. Their normalcy is a shared agreement to not look too deeply. They function because they have agreed to the rules of the game. And the first rule of the game is, do not question the game. But you have begun to question. You are not playing anymore. It may not have been a conscious choice. It was an exhaustion, a deep, soulful weariness. The scripts they handed you felt foreign in your mouth. The prizes they offered felt like dust. You have started to retreat. You have found more peace in silence than you ever found in applause. You have stopped explaining yourself because you realize that those who understand do not need an explanation, and those who do not will never accept one. You let them be right. You let them win the argument. You walk away from the battle, not because you have lost, but because you have realized you are not at war. The world calls this giving up. They see your retreat as failure. They see your silence as weakness. You are the one who sits at the party, quiet, not because you are shy, but because the conversations feel like static. You are the one who chooses to be alone, not because you are antisocial, but because the cost of fitting in has become too high. It costs you your truths. This is not a breakdown. This is an emergency. The old world, the sleeping world, is built on a foundation of not enough. It runs on the fuel of your inadequacy. It needs you to feel broken so you will continue to buy its cures, seek its approval, and play its games. Your brokenness was never a flaw. It was a crack in the facade. It was the first sign that the artificial self, the one you built to survive in their world, was beginning to crumble. And what is underneath? What is this thing that feels so raw, so inadequate, so wrong? This thing you have been told is broken, is you. It is your original self, your authentic nature, stirring from beneath the layers of performance. It is the part of you that knows with absolute certainty that the game is hollow, the part of you that can no longer play pretend. You see, the sleeping world has a very simple defense mechanism for anything it cannot understand. It pathologizes it. It puts a label on it. It calls it ill or wrong or broken. When a lower level of consciousness attempts to judge a higher one, it cannot comprehend it. It has no tools for it. The language of depth sounds like nonsense to the ear that is only trained for superficial noise. And so they label you. They say you are too sensitive. They say you are thinking too much. They say you are detached or depressed or anxious. But let us look at what they are truly saying. When they say you are too sensitive, what they mean is, your sensitivity exposes my numbness. When they say you are thinking too much, what they mean is, your depth is a threat to my comfortable illusions. Your very presence is a mirror, and in that mirror, they are forced to see their own compromise. They are forced to see the hollowness of the game they are so desperately playing. This is terrifying for them. And so, to protect their world, to protect their own fragile sense of self, they must find a way to discredit the mirror. They must convince themselves that the reflection is warped. They must call you broken. They need you to be the problem. Because if you are not the problem, their entire world is. That label, inadequate, flawed, broken, is not your diagnosis. It is their confession. It is a profound admission of their own limitations. It is the only way their consciousness can process your emergence. They are not describing you, they are describing their inability to see you. So let us discard their labels. Let us put aside the language of the sleeping world and speak the truth of what is happening. What you are feeling is not a flaw. It is a function. It is the sign of a profound transition. Let us look then at the truth. Let us call this what it is. This is not a pathology. This is your emergence. And this emergence is defined by three great, undeniable truths. 1. You are not breaking down. You are breaking free from performance. The exhaustion you feel is not a sign of failure. It is the exhaustion of upholding a false self. You have spent your entire life wearing a mask, playing a role that society assigned to you. You learned the lines, you hit the marks, and you were a very, very good actor, but the play is terrible, and your soul knows it. What you feel as inadequacy is simply the friction between your authentic self, which is trying to emerge, and the old rigid mask that you are now trying to remove. The pain is not the real you. The pain is the costume scraping against your real skin. You are not broken. You are simply, finally, refusing to perform. You are refusing to say the lines that taste like poison in your mouth. You are forgetting how to play the part of someone you are not. This is not a memory loss. It is a coming to your senses. 2. You are not too sensitive. You are finally becoming perceptive. What they call a flaw is, in fact, your most finely tuned instrument. For years, you lived with the volume turned down just to survive. You numbed yourself to fit in. You ignored the subtle static of inauthenticity all around you. Now the volume is turning up. You are beginning to feel, truly feel, for the first time. And what you feel is everything. You feel the dissonance in their words. You feel the unspoken sadness in a room. You feel the profound emptiness of their grandest ambitions. This hurts. Of course it hurts. A nerve that is healing is tender to the touch. They call you too sensitive because your perception makes them uncomfortable. You are the one who hears the lie beneath the confident declaration. You are the one who sees the fear behind the angry facade. This is not a weakness. This is wisdom. You are no longer a radio stuck on a single noisy station. You are a high-fidelity receiver, and you are finally beginning to perceive the true, subtle music of reality. And 3, you are not imperfect. You are simply outgrowing the container. You have been trying to fix yourself to fit back into a world that you no longer belong to. You are like a seed that has been kept in a small stone pot. You have been told your entire life that the pot is the whole world. You have tried to be a good pot plant, but you were never a pot plant. You are a forest tree. The feeling of brokenness is the feeling of your roots hitting the stone. It is the pain of your own expansion being constricted by a system that is too small for you. You are not broken. The pot is broken. You are outgrowing their definitions of success. You are outgrowing their games of status. You are outgrowing their need for constant noise and drama. You are not failing at their game. You are graduating from it. This sense of inadequacy is the last illusion of the old system. It is the system's final attempt to tell you, do not grow. Stay here. Be small. Be like us. But you cannot. The process has already begun. You are no longer one of them. You are becoming one of you. This path is not easy. Living by these truths has a cost. The sleeping world can forgive you for many things, but it will not forgive you for leaving. It will not forgive you for exposing the game simply by refusing to play. When you stop performing, they will call you arrogant. When you stop engaging in their dramas, they will call you cold. When you seek silence, they will call you strange. You must be willing to be misunderstood. This is the great loneliness of the emergence. It is the feeling of being a stranger in a land that was once your home. You will sit at the table and you will listen to the conversations, and you will feel a profound, bottomless sense of detachment. Not a cold detachment, but a clear one. You will see the mechanisms, you will see the fear, the ego, and the need for approval, and you will feel a deep compassion, but you will no longer have the desire to participate. You cannot go back. You cannot unsee what you have seen. You cannot make yourself small again to fit back into the pot that you have broken. This loneliness is not a sign that you are wrong. It is the necessary space required for your new self to grow. You are not being exiled. You are being called into the wilderness of your own truth. And in that wilderness, for the first time, you will find what is truly real. You will find that you were never broken. You were simply and finally alone enough to become whole. So what is left to do? Nothing. The work is not in the doing, the work is in the being. The grand spiritual journey you have been seeking is not a ladder you must climb. It is a ground on which you must stand. You must give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to be quiet. You do not owe the world your voice. You do not need to explain your silence. Give yourself permission to disappoint them. Let them have their opinions. Let them believe you are lost, or strange, or failing. Their judgment is a reflection of their own world, not a measure of yours. Their approval is no longer the currency you trade in. Give yourself permission to stop fixing yourself. You were never a problem to be solved. You were a truth to be realized. Lay down the tools of self-repair. The project is over. The endless quest to become better was the game itself. You are not a project. You are a presence. Give yourself permission to feel the inadequacy and not call it by that name. When it rises, that old familiar vibration of wrongness, simply observe it. See it for what it is. It is the echo of the old system. It is the ghost of the mask you used to wear. It is the static from a world you no longer inhabit. Let it be there. It is not you. Give yourself permission to walk away from arguments, from dramas, from expectations, from anyone and anything that demands you be smaller than you are. Your only task now is to be the authentic self that you have uncovered, to live in that quiet, perceptive, emergent truth, and that is the journey. If this path of finding your true self resonates with you, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications, that we may continue to walk together in deeper understanding. Now let the noise of the world fade. Let the labels fall away. Broken, inadequate, flawed. These are just words. They are the rattling of a cage you have already left. You are not failing. You are not falling behind. You are simply quietly becoming real. You are not a mistake. You are not an error. You are not broken. You are outgrowing the system. And this pain, this feeling of inadequacy, is not a sickness. It is the ache of your own expansion. It is the sound of your own original truth returning.